Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make tab envelopes. How exciting. So I've been making tab envelopes for the past almost 3 years, I believe. And every time I make my tab envelopes, I go live on Instagram and I teach people how to make these tab envelopes so they can try making it at home, as these envelopes can be expensive due to the materials that we use and the time we spend making them. So if you don't know, these are the tab envelopes where you have the peak. You can see the money inside, or the card, or whatever you have inside. And then you have the tab here where you can add labels. So let's go ahead and get into it. I will be leaving all the links in my description box for all the supplies that you need. Just keep in mind, I am affiliated with Target, Michaels, Walmart, and Amazon. So any link you click and you purchase, I do get a small commission. Also, by liking this video, I get paid. So thank you so much. All right. The first item you're going to need is the Oregon Lamination Premium, and this is from Amazon. You are going to need the 5 ml, also the 3 ml. So make sure you grab both of them. Just keep in mind also that these laminating papers are on the pricey side compared to the Scotch Glossy. This is not glossy, this is matte. So 5 ml and 3 ml. You're also going to need the thermal laminating pouches. Brand is Scotch, and you need the 3 ml. This is 5, but it's not the 5 ml that you need. It's the 3 ml. The next item you need is a recollection trimmer. So this is from Michaels, and I've had this for a couple of years, and it's wonderful. I love it. So you need one of these. You can find that at Michaels. The next item you need is a machine. So I use the Fellows. It's wonderful. I love it. I have 2 of these. They like to burn out after a couple of months, but you can always just contact the company and then get a new one. So Fellows machine, laminating machine. The next item you need are cardstock. Now these you can grab from Michaels. You are going to need the 65 pounds. Make sure you grab the 65 pounds and not the 100 pound. If you buy really thick paper, your envelope might just pop. So 65 pounds, you can use any color you want. So Michaels. The next item you will need is a hole puncher and also a corner rounder, a sharp scissor, and this is also from Michaels, and it has to be this thin. You will also need to purchase the file. It's called the A6 Tab SVG. So if you type that in on Etsy, this is what you get. And you do have to purchase the file. The file can be used as many times as you want, but you do have to buy the file. You need a Cricut machine, and I use Explore Air 2. Last but not least, a computer. So I've seen people use phones, but I prefer a computer. I have a laptop that I use, and I need that in order to plug in the Cricut wire onto the computer, and we can open Cricut Design Space. Okay, let's go ahead and make an envelope. Let's go ahead and turn on the laminator. So there's a button back here. You press it, turn it on, and we're gonna put it to the side. We're gonna use 5 ml, even though we're starting with a 3 ml laminating sheet. So we're gonna take a 3 ml glossy laminating pouch, and we're gonna open this and use the cardstock that we wanna use. So this is like a pale blushy pink. It's a super cute color. You close it up, and we're going to laminate at 5 ml, even though the paper is 3 ml, but the cardstock is 65 pounds. Okay. So this is how it looks, and you can cut 3 tabs. So remember, in one set, there's 6 tabs. So you're gonna need 2 of these to make a set. So let's go ahead and put this through the Cricut machine. Now, the next thing you wanna do, once you purchase the SVG, the file from Etsy, then you're gonna click right here where it says upload. We're gonna click upload, and we're gonna click upload image. Once you get to this page, you're going to go ahead and click browse, and you're going to find the tabs. So it might be under tab, just type in tab. So this is how it looks once you purchase the file on Etsy. It's going to be separated like this. You have to enter these individually. Don't enter the whole tab like this. You do have to do the no holes. So you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then tab number 6. And enter these tabs. Open. Once you get to this part, you're going to click continue. and you're gonna apply and continue. So you do have to choose the multi-layers, and you do have to pay a subscription for this, or you can do a free trial if you want to try it. So this creates up to 9 layers, and it separates them by colors, and that's what we need. So we're going to do this one, press continue down here, and continue again. Upload. This is tab number 1. We got to do this with all of them. But before we do that, we do have to change the size on this. So you're going to click it. You're going to click that lock on top. So you're going to click that little lock, and it's going to unlock it. So that means that you can adjust the sizing for this tab, right? So for the width, we're going to put in 3.53. And then for the height, 6.732. We're going to lock it again. And this is going to cut this tab. So we're going to do one tab. Remember, in order to do all the tabs, you have to do the same, follow the same step and add all of them and change the size. So this is 3.53 width, and the height is 6.732. And then you're going to click down here, combine, and you're going to click where it says weld. So once you weld that, that's going to put that together. And we're going to click make up here. Once you click make, you're going to click continue down here. And this is where you have to plug in your Cricut machine. Let's go ahead and plug it in. So this is a USB that you have to plug in. This comes with the Cricut machine. You do have to plug it in to your computer. So that's what I'm going to do here. It's plugged in. Now we're going to place the cardstock that we laminated under 3ml glossy, and we're going to place it on the mat. So this is a standard grip, just in case. Don't get the strong grip, get the standard grip. You're going to line it up right here. Make sure it's sticky. And then we're going to load it up. It's right here. And that's going to hold the mat. Now we're going to connect the machine. So you're going to click on this drop down. And you're going to use USB because you're using a USB. It's not Bluetooth. And now we're going to use this dial button here on the side. And we're going to turn until we see the word poster board plus. Keep going, keep going. Poster board plus. So this is the one you want to have when you're cutting laminated cardstock. So once you have that, now we're ready to cut. You do want to edit how many times the Cricut machine is going to cut, right? So the way we do that is we're going to click this dial button again, and we're going to go to set base material. Here, you're going to click browse all materials. Then here, you're going to click material settings on the bottom left. Once you click that, you're going to find poster board plus. So this is poster board plus. You do want to have this at 321 and to cut 4 times. Sometimes the point doesn't cut through. You might want to put it at 3. So this is all like preference, right? So try it at 3x or 4x. So what that means is that it's going to cut through the tab 4 times, just so the tab can come out easily from the cardstock. Put it at 4x, fine point blade. Once you have that, you go down here and click done. Okay, and now we're ready to put it at poster board plus again. Right there, put this to cut. Cut number 2. Now this is cut number 3. And cut number 4. Okay, boom. And now let's see how easily the tab is going to fall off or come off. So if you go like this, then boom, you have the right setting. And then you take it out and you have your tab. Now let's go ahead and finish making this envelope. So now that we have the tab, now we need the peak, which is the front of the envelope. And you can use a paper cutter, do it manually, but I like to use the Cricut machine. So we're gonna do it here. We're gonna click Shapes, which is here, and we're gonna take this rectangle and we need to change the sizing. This is 2 by 2 inches. We're gonna click up here, this lock button, click it, and then the width is gonna be 3.21, and then the height is gonna be 6.75. You're gonna go ahead and click that lock button, lock it up, and it's gonna create this. Now we're gonna change the color just so we can see what we're working with. And then you're gonna click Shapes again, and you're gonna choose the triangle that's here. Choose the triangle. And now we have to change the sizing for this triangle. So as you can see, right now it's at 2 inches by 1.73, and that's not what we want. We're gonna click the lock button up here again, unlock it. The width is gonna be at 4.51, and then the height is going to be at 2.26. 2.26, and then we're gonna lock it. Now, right here on the side, you see where it says more, you're gonna click more, and we're gonna go to rotate. The rotation will be at 45.22. Click enter, and it's gonna rotate. Now we have to put this triangle right on it. Make sure everything is good. And now we're gonna click here where it says attach, and it's going to attach. So it looks like this. So you see right here, there's still some black here. So we do have to unattach it. Click detach. So let's zoom it in so we're able to fix this properly. And that should be good. Wait a minute, let's move it a little bit. That's a match with the rectangle behind. Let's see, I think that should be good. Now let's go ahead and highlight this and click attach down here. And that's how it looks. Now, we're going to click make and continue. Press continue down here. Click USB. And before it was at poster board plus, you're just going to move the dial button again and move it to poster board. So poster board is only going to cut it 1 time. It's not going to cut it 4 times. Poster board plus will cut it 4 times if you change your setting, but poster board like this will only cut it 1 time. Use a cardstock. We're going to use this color. Do not laminate the cardstock. This has to be unlaminated. So you can use the same color you use, or you can use a different color. Let's just do this color. So this is like a beige color. Make sure you don't laminate it. It has to go right on the mat, unlaminated. And now let's load it up. Okay. And make sure it's like really good in there so it doesn't move. So you see it's making the peak, and it's only cutting 1 time. Now we're gonna unload it and remove it. Again, here you can make 3 of them. So, and this is the front part of the envelope. Now let's continue. So now you have your peak and you also have your tab. And that's how it looks, right? Now let's put this to the side. And now this is where we're gonna use our paper trimmer. And also we need 3 ml matte laminating paper, not the glossy. We already used the glossy for the tab. Now we need the actual matte laminating sheet. So this is matte, and this is the one that is very flimsy. So that's how you know the difference between the 5 ml and the 3 ml. So this is a 3 ml, and we're gonna cut this. I'm gonna open this part. And we're gonna cut the edge, which is the part that is stuck together. We're gonna trim that, just like this, trim it. And now we're gonna take this all the way to 17, or like right before 17. So 17 is the top number up here, which is like 6 and something, so 17. And we are going to cut. Once you do that, we're gonna flip the page like this, and we are going to do 8.1. So the 8 is up here, and we're gonna do a little line over. So 8.1 right there. We're gonna hold it and cut. Okay, so that's that. And now we need a 5 ml. This is the 5 ml. You see it's more sturdy than the 3 ml. And we're gonna cut this in half so we can use for 2 envelopes. So we're gonna put it at 11.5, which is the number up here. Gonna cut it in half, and we're only gonna use 1. So this is all we need, right? So we have the 3 ml matte, 5 ml matte, we have our tab and our peak. Now this, the 3 ml sheet, we only need 1. So we're gonna open it, and we're gonna use the hard part to put on top, and the glossy is gonna be in the back, right? So we're gonna do it like this, glossy in the back, the hard part on the top. You have to level it. It's okay if it's a little over, that's fine. So we're gonna level it like that. It has to be leveled. So worry more about the top part, because this is the part that has to open. And then you're gonna put the peak right on top. You have to level it. Hold it like this. Make sure it's leveled. You're always gonna get a little like dust particles or whatever. Like this one has a little thing there, but it's okay. The 5 ml, we're gonna open it, and we have to put it right on the edge. Remember, you want this part to open. So right on the edge. So you're gonna put the tab sticking out. Tab has to stick out. Nice and leveled. Okay, and it cannot move. It has to stay, it has to stay like this. Now you have to try to just maybe put something right here to level it, and that's why I always use this to level it. So let's go ahead and pick it up slowly. Put it here like this. Oh, it moved. Just bring it in a little bit. These envelopes will never be perfect, so just know that. Just know that they will never be perfect. Now let's put it in the machine. Just laminate. All right, and now we are going to trim. So you might see bubbles like this. That's fine. We're cutting that, and we do have to run this through the machine again. Now we're gonna cut. So this is where a lot of people get confused. Some people use like a ton of space, and they leave like a ton of space on the top and also on the bottom. But I've been making envelopes for years. So we're only gonna cut, we're gonna leave this much space on the envelope. So this little space here on the left side, that's what we're gonna use. We're gonna put it right there on the edge. It's not gonna pop open, believe me. Just move it a little bit down. So it's gonna look like that. Let's focus it. Like that, and we are going to cut. So that's how it looks. And now we're gonna do the same thing for the bottom. We're going to cut. And now for this part, we're gonna put it right on this line. So it's gonna look like this. and we're going to cut. Now it looks like this. We're not done. Hold on. We're going to take our corner rounder and we're going to corner around these sides. But the top, we need to go in with a scissor. And this is only for like tab number 1 and then tab number 6, because this can't, like if you try, you can't. You just can't. So we're going to go in with the scissor. That's why you need a very thin one. So we're going to flip it and we're just going to round it just a little bit, as best as we can. So it looks like this. All right. And now we're going to run it through the machine one more time just to get rid of this bubble. So you're going to flip it and you're going to put it in like this. Don't put it in through the tab, not through this side, but the opposite side. All right. Okay, so that's how it looks. And if it has this like little, if you see that it has a little bubble on the top, you're going to go ahead and put it in again. So again, it's like this. You flip it, the bubble's on that side, and you have to put it in again. Okay, and you see it's closed and it's closed. So when you flip it, you go like this and it's open. Voila, you have your envelope. Let's go ahead and hole punch it. So for these hole punchers, they like to move a lot. Like I even have it marked, but you do have to put it at personal. So it's already at personal, and this is how you move it around. You put it at personal, boom, that's the green, personal. And then here you do have to put it like personal. Well, with mine, this is how I have mine set up, just like that. All right. I do like to test it before I hole punch it, so I test it all the time. And then I measure with another envelope that I have to make sure that it's good. This is one of my envelopes, and this is how we measure it. We want to make sure that it's leveled. So you see, it's not leveled. The bottom, these 3 are level, but this one is not. So that means I got to bring it up just a little bit more. And now let's try it again. And boom, it's leveled. All right, now we can hole punch this one without ruining it. And that's how it looks. Now let's put it in the binder. Thank you for the order. And then we place it down. Put some money in there. And that's how it looks. Voila. You got yourself an envelope. You can use my label book. We are having a restock pretty soon. You can use my label book to label these. Let me show you. And these are the labels you can use. These are like the smaller one for the actual tabs. And boom. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. I hope this was super helpful, and I can't wait to see you guys make envelopes. Love you guys. Adios.